like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. I know I missed last week's The Shy, which was episode 2. That's why I'm going to give you episode 3 now. I watched it early because, it come on early for me, and I watched it early, but then didn't take any notes, and it was just too much. But this is my review for The Shy Season 2, Episode 3, okay? If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole Jaybird. I'm tired, y'all. All that good shit. But happy Resurrection Sunday, happy Easter, all that greatness. I'm going to try to hurry up and review this and then leave to go to my mom's house and then come back home, edit it, and then put it together. Because right now it's 3:30, but I won't put it together till later on. Anyway, so the episode starts. Okay, a couple different things happened last week that if I have to, I'll touch on within here. But, hopefully y'all watched last week. If not, you didn't really miss too much because I can touch stuff in here and there. So we do see him, we see back in the day Ronnie. Okay, because the last episode we did see how Ronnie was going a little bit crazy when he first came home from the war and he wanted to kill himself a little bit or whatever. And the one thing that saved him was running into Jason, the kid who was killed, the last season. And we see Ronnie, he's sober, he's dating Jason's mom, Tracy, and everything is great. He in the kitchen cooking food or whatever. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, he don't have a job, but he looking. And Ronnie is you gonna go down to the post office? Hey, I for the post. I'ma find something. I only been home a couple months. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I'ma do what I'm gonna do. Girl, I love you. And it's them in their happy phase. Okay. We also see in present day Detective Cruz, and he's watching Ronnie's confessional video, and he's being told like Ronnie was drunk, Ronnie was high, and when he confessed, so he has to make sure his witness is solid, because the last episode Ronnie got a good lawyer. Okay, he got a good old lawyer because he gave a Nazi dude in prison some prison wine to sell and whatnot, so the Nazi dude gave him a really good lawyer who, girl, it's a girl, yeah. Anyway, she's a black woman, and she's working on getting him out. Basically saying how he was drunk when he confessed, so it should be thrown out, and all this other stuff. So again, Cruz is under the gun. Like, okay, he has to make sure this case holds tight, because if it don't, they all gonna get investigated. Now we see Brandon. Brandon got his food truck together. You know what I'm saying? Coogie's taco truck or whatever. Got it repainted, look all pretty or whatever. But he keep on trying to find places to park to make money to have, people get his food. However, he parked outside of Sonny's chicken shack. Okay. And on the inside, Emmett talking to Sonny because, Emmett was about to put him out. He living with his daddy. Then they got a couple kids, so all these rules and stuff, whatever. They go shopping on Saturday. All the food gone by Tuesday. I got to wait to go piss. This is all these things. And, my baby mama acting like a bitch. I'm saying I'm paying child support, but I can't see my child. So he's complaining to Sonny about all these things. And saying, you got to man up. You know what I'm saying? You got to get things done or whatnot. And when they see Brandon pull up, he like, tell that motherfucker to move. So Emma go out and tell Brandon, bro, you got to go on somewhere. And Brandon, this is the only place that I don't need a permit to park and get food, and I'm not competing with y'all because y'all got chicken, I got tacos. So if someone wants something different, they can come to me, but they won't come to me for a chicken. They'll come to you. And Emily dog, look, I ain't gonna argue about no goddamn taco truck, but you know what I'm saying? You should not be out here. Which of course upsets Brandon, but he still leave. Alright, fuck it. Everybody move with Brandon. Everybody get something with Brandon. He pulls up. I'm like, there has to be other places you can park that you don't need a permit for. And when Emma said, well, get a permit, I can get one today. I'm like, but how was that Emma's fault or Sonny's fault? Anyway, Emma go back in the thing, and Sonny didn't have a stroke. So Sonny on the ground, just having a stroke. He's like, oh, 911. Now, Kevin decided he wants to testify and say, yes, I clearly saw Ronnie shoot and kill Coogee. He wants to testify. He wants to be a witness. Now, he gets there, and some white dude walk up to his mama's, okay? And y'all know Kevin's mom is gay. She got a girlfriend, too. So, walk up to Kevin's mom's. And like, okay, hey, I'm, you know what I'm saying, John Doe white man, and you know what I'm saying, I work for this firm or this place for children who get caught up in these situations, so that way, you know what I'm saying, in case things happen, you know what I'm saying, they can get some help for what's going on. And like, what you mean, Kevin? Have a seat. Let us all talk to this little white man at White Man University, and they go over to talk to white man. He whispers, talks to the moms about whatever, without Kevin right there. And the moms come out, all right, Kevin, come on, let's go. We're going home. You've done enough. You not, nope, you can't go testify. And he like, what? Okay. And so I'm looking like, who sent you, white man? Who sent you? And sure enough, who sent him? The goddamn lawyer from Ronnie. She is girl. She's a bad one. She should be on Emily's Gideon's team. Anyway, she paid to do some money to do that. I don't think he even really worked for White Man University or whatever it was called. I'm making up names. Anyway, again, but it was Ronnie's lawyer. She's a real crooked type lawyer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, I need you to just listen to me, shut the fuck up, and you know what I'm saying, let me do things. So I'm like, well, she did some things. So first up, Brandon. So Brandon, you know what I'm saying, he go to see Greasy after he left the taco truck. After he done left Sonny's place with taco truck, and he's upset because like I can't catch a break. You know what I'm saying, I got bills to do this and bills to do that, and all these things is going on. My credit score is down because I ain't paying off my student loans stuff or whatever. And you know, so Greed like, no, all right, whatever. But your mama ain't coming back to Chicago. What? What you mean she ain't coming back? And I'm like, oh, she ain't coming back for real? He said, yeah, man. She said she didn't want to be here if Coogie's killer, you know what I'm saying, got out. Like, she couldn't take it. He like, man, well, dang, that's crazy. You know, so mom gone. He like, so what you gonna do? I'm gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, working, do this, do that, hang out with my daughter, my granddaughter, and I'll probably keep fixing this place up and kind of make it my own. He said, no, don't get too comfortable now. This, you know, my house, my name was still on the deed, too. Okay, my mama gone, but still have my place. Even though him and Greasy get along well now, he said it seriously, but still joking or whatever. Meaning, you can still, I mean, you still living here, but you can't make it your own. You know what I'm saying? You can't, like, keep it up or whatever. And as they sitting there, you hear knock, knock, knock at the door, and it's Detective Cruz. Now, both Greasy and Brandon's upset because they've heard that Ronnie is trying to get out of jail now because, y'all know, Miss E got beat up. Ronnie found out, and he like, I can't be in here. And again, he in prison, he wasn't doing so good. So they know that he trying to get out. So he come like, I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best to keep him locked up, or whatever, and to get justice for Coogee. To get justice for Coogee. Is it Coogee or Coogie? Coogie. I think it's Coogie. Y'all know I mispronounce it every week, so just don't judge me. Anyway, he like, it would help if your mom could do a victim statement. And he like, she ain't here, and we shouldn't have to, you do your job, and we shouldn't have to be out here. And then he like, well, how about you do the victim statement? No, do your fucking job and leave us fuck alone. And I'm like, well, okay. So at that point in time, you know what I'm saying, Brandon's just pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Leave us be. So we then see him on the food truck, again with his little worker or whatever, complaining about, oh, this and about that, about this and about that. And about how he just trying his best to like get ahead of the game and work and things is there's always something. So he then get a phone call. He's like, all right, bet I'll be there. Like, all right, man, we got a new job. They're like, what? Where we going? He drives to do a repass. Now, in the last episode, a friend of his passed away, and so he did food for the repass. And so he's like, since then, people been calling him to do repasses and be the food person. So he put up with his little taco truck at this pimp's repass. I'm like, it's all the pimps is in there. All the pimps is there. And he like, you know what I'm saying? It's just money. And I'm like, it kind of makes sense. Like, at a repass, people have to eat. So he feed on people or whatnot. And then it comes time for him to be paid by the pimps. And the main pimp, like, oh, man, I'm so happy you came through, you know what I'm saying? Because Bernadine, I'm making up names now. Bernadine, was supposed to do this, but she couldn't because she called in to work or whatever, so she couldn't cook no food, you know what I'm saying, for Pimp Daddy Juice, who's dead now. And so he's like, all right, man, that's cool or whatever. He like, that's going to be $1,500. Like, $1,500? He like, yeah, man. Like, well, you told me $850. He said, well, yeah, you told me it was like maybe like 60 people here. Be like this. It was way more people. I had to feed way more people. So you know what I'm saying it's double that. So he give him $850 in cash, go in his sock, and pulled out a big old bag of weed. I was like, first of all, why does the pimp have that big of a bag of weed in his sock? It's just weird. He like, what I'm gonna do with this? Like, this about $800. If you sell it, you'll be good. And I'm like, so you got paid in weed and cash? I'm like, Lord Jesus. Anyway, Brandon goes to his cousin, the same cousin who from season 1 gave him the money to start the truck. He bought, I think it was like about $800 he gave him to buy this beat up old truck. And the cousin is the same dude. He's on the show I watch called Legacies. It comes on UPN. Is it UPN now? No, CW. CW. He plays one of the vampires on the show called Legacies, and he was like shaking the weed up. This analyzing, and we're like, oh man, this is really really good weed. Like, okay, yeah, I can flip this for you. It'll be about $800. You know what I'm saying? And that'll make us even for me buying you that food truck. He like, oh well, my stove is out, so I need like $400 to get it fit. Like I was planning on, keeping the whole 800 and paying you back later. He like, man, how you gonna not pay me back? What you mean, man? Like, well, it's just hard that or whatever. So he said, all right, man, we'll do 400, whatever, you pay back the rest. Cause like I need to get this thing fixed to keep making money. At that point in time, he showed his cousin like a little flyer for, it's like a cooking competition that won't make him any money, but it'll give him some recognition to hopefully get more business. And he's like, yeah, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in good standing with my school, and I'm not because I owed him some money. And he's like, I can't do this, I can't. And he's like, man, why you keep talking about you can't? You can win this. Your chakras are all off. Get shit in order. See, he tell him, like, look, you're going to be good. Just go be a mouthpiece at your school, talk to your school, and convince them to allow you to enter this contest. Okay, do that shit, bruh. And we see that whole thing. Now, Kevin is at school. Okay, because he's not testifying anymore. He's at school. Him and Papa. The school is having like a candy sale. And you have to sell so many candy bars so you can win the TV. Now, Papa wants to win his TV because at his house, he tired of only watching the gospel station. He's like, I need my own TV. I don't want to keep watching church stuff. It's just dumb. And Kevin, like, you would have to sell like so many candy bars at this amount of money. A TV costs this amount of money. It's dumb that you're doing all this to, get a TV that's gonna be donated or whatever. Like, you can just save up more money and get the TV. And it was the whole shit or whatever. Anyway, but Kevin ain't selling candy. So the teacher like, look, Kevin, even though you not selling candy, can you not be out here like downing people who are selling like that's just not nice? Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, sell this candy by Monday. This is one box of candy. That's your penance for the bullshit of it all. So at home, Kevin get home, him and Papa walk up, and he see his bike. Now, the bike that was Coogie's, who Brandon then gave to Kevin that he can have or whatever, he then let Maisha keep it because she was a little bit of a bully, beat him up, whatever. And so he's like, why would she give it back? Why did she give it back to me? Whatever. That's weird. And so Papa gonna say, don't touch that bike. Who knows what kind of... He was like, who knows what kind of crimes she's committed on this bike. Like, don't take it. I would take it right back to her. He like, you know what, you're right. I'm looking like, Maisha. He said, who knows? Like, she ain't killing people. I said, girl, it was so funny. Don't touch that bike. Who knows what kind of crimes you committed on that bike? I said, that is true, though. So, Kevin takes the bike back to Maisha. And he has to go find her because she hadn't moved. And she's like, I knew you would come. Why you bring the bike back? I'm like, Lord Jesus Christ. So she's like, look, I brought it back because you gonna need it to be riding around doing things that whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And also, I need you to bring my homework every day. He was like, what? I ain't told Aaron, I ain't doing that shit. She's like, you gonna do? I'm gonna tell the teacher that y'all stole the volcano. So I'm like, why is she clapping? But you know what I'm saying? Last episode, Kevin, Jake, and Papa stole a volcano that was already made from the library to pass it off as their science projects, and she knew they did it. So like, if you don't bring my homework, I'm telling, and you get in trouble. So he has to bring her homework. So when he comes back the following day with her homework, he like, you ain't go to school today? She's like, no. you want to come in? I made some cupcakes. And he go in the house. He see she's there babysitting her siblings. So her mom got a new job. So because her mom has a new job, she needs help with the kids. So Maisha's having to stay home and watch the kids. So that's also why she's like, I need you to read me my homework every day, so that way I can still, you know what I'm saying, turn it in good grades. But Kevin like, oh, so he see, you know what I'm saying, she at home, even though she's a whole kid, she's having to be a whole adult by watching. It's like 5 kids in there. And I'm like, that's a lot. Girls, it was whole lot. So he realized, okay, she has it harder than I thought she is. So I'm going to be easy on her. I'm not going to be mean to her. And she's like, you going to come back tomorrow? He was like, yeah, I'll be back. I'm like, oh, come on now, little Kevin. Little Kevin. Now, Kevin then, as he's riding away, he sees Coogie's taco truck. He's like, Brandon. So he's running on the bike. He's on the bike racing, trying to catch up with Brandon. And so Brandon sees him. They talk or whatever. They little chit chat or whatnot. And then, he's like, I wish I could do more, about keeping Ronnie in jail or whatever, to protect, to keep Coogee. I was pronouncing it wrong. Keep your brother's killer in jail. And so, Brandon, for the most part, it's okay. You did enough. You testified the first time. You know what I'm saying? You gave a statement the first time. So, even that is a great thing. So they like, talk the football around a little bit, you know what I'm saying, chit chat a little bit more, and then he's dropping Kevin off at home. And so he like, you do good in school, right? Like, well, yeah, like I want to read you something, and let me know how you think about it. And so he read Kevin the victim statement he was going to give to the detective to try to keep Ronnie in jail. And it just basically say how, his brother was his light. Like, the brother was the light of his life. How he basically raised his brother. And, Ronnie killing him basically is, it took the light out of his life away. And now he just left him in darkness. I'm like, oh, it was so sad. So we see that whole thing. We then see Kevin like, man, how we gonna sell this candy bar? So him and Papa like outside a little store trying to sell, and they can't sell shit. They made like $8 in like 3 hours. And me and Papa like, oh, I'm so tired. I'ma pass out. Like, man, don't give me that shit. Like, we gotta sell this candy. He like, man, well, I've been on the fast for 10 days. Like, say it's the last day of our fast with church. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting to be able to eat after church service is over. Kevin like, a fast? It's over today? He like, yeah, man. So Kevin like, duh. So they go to Kevin's daddy's church to sell candy bars outside the church because everybody in church is hungry. And sure enough, church let out and everybody came out. Candy bars, $2. And they sold all the candy bars. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, that was smart. Kevin is very smart. And I think that's what they're showing us, that he think on his feet. Because the last episode, he kept asking Jake, can he get into selling the store candy at the school, but Jake don't want to let him. Even though him and Jake cool now. And then even when he was talking to Papa earlier about the candy stuff, he was like in his head all this math. Like, you gotta sell this and that. So Kevin is very, very smart. I'm like, that's gonna come in candy soon. Okay. So Emmett. So, after Sonny didn't have a little stroke or whatever, Emmett is at the chicken shack, and Sonny's daughter is there saying how, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Even though he's gonna pull through, he's gonna be out of commission for a while. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about no chicken because I'm a vegetarian, so I don't know what to do with this place. Here go Emmett. Well, let me run it. Like, I can run it. I'm looking like, Emmett. No, you can't, Emmett. You can't. You can barely run your life, bro. You can't. No, no. But I get, Sonny said before to him, like, you're gonna have to learn to be a man, and you know what I'm saying, do for yourself, and you know what I'm saying, make a way and add your own life. So I'm like, okay, is Emmett trying to say, like, let this be my way to be grown man-ish if I'm helping run the restaurant? So, she say, okay, because he tell her, like, it ain't no point in you closing it and it ain't making no money. Like, leave it open and it's going to make money. So, we see he trying to run it and he don't know what he doing. You got, it's a line or whatever. The lady, like, you know what I'm saying, she is being rude. And he, like, be nice to the customers. And she's like, whatever, I don't care. And he like, why the food taking so long? Well, because he messing stuff up. The cook is in the back burning the chicken. House is down to one burn. It's just bad. It's all bad. And the grease trap ain't clean. Well, who's supposed to clean it? You. And he like, Oh, so again, he just is not being ran right. And the girl gonna say they need to close this place down because he don't know what he doing. I'm like, well, girl, neither do you. So he's realized that it's more difficult than he thought it was going to be. And then we see baby mama, Tiffany, come in. I need some money, to take the kid to the dentist. For what? He got 3 teeth. I'm like, well, that's true. He has 3 teeth. You would be buying gym shoes and think I ain't bought shoes in 3 weeks, and that makes you father of the year. I need some money. He like, look, you already got your child support payment for the month. That was barely enough for daycare. He like, look, you wanted a child support order. Now you got one. So what you want me to do? Either order some goddamn chicken or get the fuck out. I was like, well, damn it, Emmett, damn it, man, just so mean. But it's true. He was helping before, giving you this or that. Now you're being helped by how much money he makes, and he's already upset that you're taking his money but won't let him see his child. So I feel, even though Emmett ain't the best father, I still feel like Tiffany ain't the best mother in the aspect of not letting him see his son. You know what I'm saying? They both are doing things wrong while trying to start to do things right. So this is the whole, just a whole bunch of craziness. And we have Ronnie. So Ronnie is the lawyer is meeting with the judge, and she like, you know what I'm saying, my client confession was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? One, the cop who he confessed to, Ronnie was his informant for years. So how can you kind of make me confess to a crime when I'm your informant? Two, you know what I'm saying, the only witness in this case is a 12-year-old kid who was in therapy for shooting my client. And the judge like, is that true? The judge did not know the one witness was the person who shot Ronnie later. And again, Ronnie was drunk and high when he made his confession. So the judge said, you know what, I'm gonna think about it and figure it out, and I'll give y'all my decision later. So we see the lawyer go tell Ronnie, like, you know what, the judge thinking about it or whatever, but you may be out. So we have to wait to see what's gonna happen. You smell better now, like you don't smell like shit anymore. Because last episode she told them, I know you're getting drunk in here and drinking that toilet water because you smell like shit. So stop drinking that, stop smelling like shit, and get yourself together. But things are looking up. So he then say, thanks for taking my case for free. I'm saying it feels good to have you on my side. And she said, you fooling. I'm not on your side. Like, I don't enjoy getting you off or these notches off or anybody off. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the side of making a partner. I'm the only reason I'm doing any of this is to make part. I'm not on nobody's side. I want my partner. I'm looking like, why ain't that about a bitch? You gonna get killers and murderers off because you want to be partner? Girl. So we see the cop who was investigating Miss E's assault. Her name was Detective Toussaint. And she goes to see Cruz because last episode she took pictures of Reg and Brandon outside their Repass talking. And she's like, I don't worry about Brandon, but who's the dude he's talking to? He looked like he's a part of something. And so Cruz said, well, that's Reggie. He's the leader of whatever gang. His old boss was killed, so he got to take over. She said, oh, well, who, if he died, if something happened to him, who's the next in command? So Cruz prints her off a list of like Reggie's circle of people. So she takes it to Miss E to see if Miss E recognizes anyone of them of who assaulted her. And the person wasn't on there, whatever. But she said, I can recall. I keep burping. I can recall what that guy looked like. He was tall, he was black, he was ugly. And I say, well, that could be anybody. But she brings up how like it was just him. And she said, oh, it's only one person assaulted. She's like, yeah, it was only one guy. So Miss E don't even realize that while dude was beating her up, it was somebody else in the back ransacking the house. So she don't know it was really two assailants just yet. So Detective Toussaint is then walking her neighborhood, trying to get some statements from somebody. So everybody, I ain't saying shit. I'm quiet. I won't say nothing. However, she gets to one older woman, Miss Gladys, too. Like, I ain't scared to talk with your questions or whatever. So, she's like, what's up with all these for sale signs? Like, what's going on? Well, people, was all this, stuff going on or whatever. And with what happened to Miss E, people are just selling here and there. She's like, really? Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, yeah, this is white woman who keep going door to door, offering people money for their home. And she's like, oh, what's, who she is? Like, well, I don't know who she is, but, she out here a lot. So she's like, what, if you hear from her, let me know. Now, she also showed the same list of dudes to Miss Gladys who say that she don't recognize them either. But again, Detective Trousseau is realizing something is up because, you know, Miss E had money. Like, her, they didn't rob her. They just did something that would just scare people because they beat her up really badly. But she found like money was still there. Jewelry, like, they didn't take nothing. They just beat her up and ransacked the place or whatever. So that's kind of what people do to get you out your house. And I think she's realized, like, okay, all these for sale signs, are they forcing people out or scaring them to where they gonna have to move? So she's being smart, being really smart. So we then see Ronnie's lawyer come tell him, okay, you're free. The judge figured that your case wasn't strong enough, so the DA, pulled the case, so you can go free or whatever. She then said, don't forget, like, no one ever goes free on a murder case unless they are my client. But you need to find some structure in your life once you get free, because I'm saying you can't, be here again because I'm not going to help you next time. And so I'm like, well, that's true. So when Ronnie's been taken from like one place to the other within the prison, Cruz then pop up in the prison. So I'm like, he didn't bribe the cops to let him talk to Ronnie. He got Ronnie in the head, like he's upset. Why would you do that to me? You knew that you killed him. So why are you trying to get out and make it seem as if you didn't when you did do it? And then, Ronnie said, well, you just as guilty as I am. Like, you told me that boy was found at my son's dead body, like standing over my son. Like, you told me that's basically who did it. So you kind of put me on the path to kill him. And so, Cruz, like, well, you owe me because I did this, I did that for your family before or whatever. And then Ronnie said, well, since I owe you, I won't tell my lawyer that you just assaulted me. I said, But see, Cruz knew for a fact he fucked up when he told Ronnie about Cookie. He knew that beforehand, and that's the whole reason why he kept trying to cover his tracks. And he felt like, okay, now that Ronnie confessed, I'm off the hook. And it won't come out that I gave him the info of where or who Cookie was. So we see that whole thing. Anyway, from there, we see Emmett sending Tiffany a text saying how I'm going to drop the money off. You can have half this money to, get him to the dentist. And she replied back and said, fuck you. So he come over. He like, this all my tip money. Take it. Take him to the dentist to get his teeth fixed. And he was about to walk away. You want to come in? She's like, yeah. Because again, he wants to see his son. He like, where you at sleep? She's like, no, he at my mama's house. She's like, well, what the fuck you invite me for? Like, you be playing, you be boy, and if I want to see my son, I'm going to go to your mama's house and see him over there. My mama don't like you. That's because you keep telling her, bullshit about me. No, she don't like your ass because for the first year of his life, you denied him. And now all of a sudden, you want to be daddy. And I'm like, well, he got a DNA test. He the kid daddy. And now he wants to be involved. I keep wanting to punish him for what he did the first time. That's stupid to me. Anyway, they arguing. You ain't shit. Well, you ain't shit. Argue. And then out the blue, they start fucking. I mean, it really went from, I hate you. Well, that's how it happens. I hate you. Mad to the face. And now we have sex. And I mean, they was having butt naked sex all over the couch. And I'm like, girl, you go from arguing to fucking. I mean, that's kind of what happens. And he told her, you don't even make I don't fuck you no more. Well, you just did. Okay, so even if you want to fuck her anymore, you just did. And with no condom. You can't afford the 3 kids you got. You can't afford the 3 kids you have. Why would you have sex with Tiffany again with no condom? You're just stupid. Brandon then goes to a school asking them to allow him to, be current with his monthly payments. And if he can be current with monthly payments, if they would honor him as a good student or whatever, to where he can enter this contest for this cooking competition. And they're like, we do that for you. We have to do it for everybody else, and that's gonna be a whole thing. But we're here to give chances here and there, and so we want to accept you in good faith and let you participate in this cooking thing. So he's happy because he talked his way into entering the contest. And then last but not least, we see Ronnie. Ronnie is still in prison, and he asked his lawyer for a number. And I'm like, whose number is it? And then we see he made 2 phone calls on 2 different occasions, both to the same number. And on the second time he called, we see who he was calling. He was calling Brandon. So he asked his lawyer to get him Brandon's number. I don't know why. Because Brandon don't like you. We then see back in the day where Tracy is telling Ronnie, like, you can't be treating my son any kind of way. Because, Jason had, like, went across the street and, had the basketball got in the street or whatever. And the neighbor was like, oh, get away from your boy. And so that made Ronnie react and snatch Jason up and say, I told you, don't go over there. You know what I'm saying? Leave my son alone. And you not my daddy. You hurt me. Get off me. So Jason told his mama. And the mama then said, like, you can't be, manhandling my son. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no job. You still out here, with your grandma, whatever. So I feel like we need to take a break because I need some stability. And you not stable right now. So again, they had their good times and then not so much good. And it was just her telling him, like, we need a break. And he then left there and went to the store and got drunk. So that kind of showed how he was on a bad path. I got better being with Tracy and Jason. And then he got back on a bad path when Tracy broke up with him. So for him, he's out of jail. And he's seen himself walking these same streets. How he left Tracy's house and went to the store. So he's walking past that same store. How he then went in the store and got a drink. And this time he walked past the store, did not go in and get a drink. So he keeps moving. So it's like, okay, he's trying to not do the same thing and trying to find some structure. Because again, his lawyer told him, you need to find some structure in your life in order to not be back here. And Tracy said to him back then, I need structure in my life. I need structure in my life. And you don't have that right now. And that's how it goes off. I'll say this. It wasn't as good as episode 1. But I feel like it's building up to something that I think is going to be really, really good. So that I cannot wait for. Anyway, I'm done. I'm leaving to go to my mama's house. Peace.
He's like love, 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 and music.